we call the plays, and sometimes the plays work, and quite frankly, sometimes the plays don't work. And what you need when the plays don't work is a guy that can then make a shot. And both Cam and Wes draw a lot of attention. I thought were pretty high-level shot makers for us today.
Now, I thought we made a lot of shots early, but I thought the defense, for some reason, we seemed to be a little more focused, and probably the most focused I've seen us at the start of a game this year. What was sort of the message like?
Yeah, we made a couple of adjustments. We had a good meeting last night, and we had a good time in here in their facility this morning, kind of going over our game plan. We made a few adjustments, but I asked my assistants, as we were coming out on the floor, I said, you know what, I don't know if I asked him, I told him, I said, I feel pretty good about today. I had a really determined group in the locker room. Guy, from the top to the bottom on our roster. And Rose is going to be a tough team to play. Obviously, they've been a tough team for us to play. But I thought we had a pretty determined group, and I think that really, sometimes you can be determined, you don't make shots. But, a lot of times your level of determination certainly shows up on the defensive end. I thought we were pretty good there early.
And then the reserves didn't have as many points tonight, but I feel like they still played a key role for you tonight. What did they do for you this tournament?
Well, all those guys, Isaac obviously makes 4 big free throws for us late, and Ryan Klonks, I just told his mom, I said, if your son wouldn't have continued to practice hard for us the way he has, in the face of not getting a lot of minutes, if he would have been a guy that would have shut it down, quite frankly, we'd probably be at home right now. We needed him to get that ball game last night. He's big. Logan Ratz, completely unselfish guy, very competitive. Obviously, Cam has played tremendously well here late. And so, a lot of times you're keeping Cam in the game. And Logan, he's a selfless guy. I know he wants to be out there because he's competitive also. But, I thought we got just a few minutes, but some good minutes out of him. Kevin Williams is good, and then even guys down on our bench. I thought we had an engaged, determined group, no matter whether they thought they're going to play today or not, and I'm proud of them for that.
And then the last media timeout, the under 4 in the second half, I believe it was a single-digit game. Rose Holman had just made a big run. What was your message to the team?
Well, rack my brain exactly where that was. Maybe the game was at 8, maybe at that point.
I think so, yeah.
And there again, it's a challenge, I think. You're trying to stay even-keeled. If there's maybe an adjustment you need to make, sometimes it's not an adjustment. Sometimes it's just a reminder. I think Cam and Wes both mentioned that when things aren't going well, I think the first thing you got to do is you got to try to do what you're doing better. And, hey, let's just refocus in on what we need to do. Offensively, let's go out and get one. And I can't remember exactly how that next possession went. Probably I called a play that didn't work, and then Cam just made a shot.
Let's talk a little bit about the guys who haven't really gotten much of the spotlight. Colin Smith, Levi Buck. Levi had 17 tonight, and Colin, again, just always, the stats don't show it, but he plays such a vital role for your team.
Colin, vital role in the locker room. Very much a team guy, almost a player-coach sort of guy, always trying to figure out, hey, we could do this, should we do this? Really good in the scouting report. And then I'm so proud of Levi Buck. I'm going to say that probably when Levi entered this season, the way he anticipated the story of his season being written wouldn't necessarily have been the way a lot of the regular season went for him. And him and I got together and had a really good talk, and we're just kind of, it's just really good. I'm so proud of the way he stepped up, and certainly when he makes shots for us like he did tonight, that really takes us to a different level because he is so good defensively. Really, really proud of both of those guys.
And finally, back-to-back tournament champions and regular season champions for that matter. What's it going to take to continue this run again into the NCAA tournament just as you did last year?
Well, obviously we don't know who we're going to play yet, so there's always some things that are a little bit specific to who you're playing and what you need to do. But I think our program is really kind of built on just trying to do simple things well. And, I don't think that when we go play, next weekend, what we'll need to do will be greatly different than what we tried to do this weekend. Be tough with the basketball, try to not turn it over a lot, execute what we're running, hope that you make a few shots, and then compete and be as determined as possible on the defensive end. Talk to each other, communicate, play 5 guys connected up on that end of the floor. And, I think I got a group that they will not go into this weekend thinking that they're just happy to be there. We know we'll play a really good team because that's the way the NCAA tournament is. But I think I got a group who's pretty determined and likes to compete.
All right, Hanover head coach John Miller, go enjoy the win.
Thank you.